Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. You're currently sat in my cupboard, along with body parts of many other people. But yeah, in the kitchen because I couldn't really find a good angle that I could use without you looking up towards me, which I feel very sorry for my ex-girlfriend having to look at that when she was... We won't get into it, but I think you know what I mean. And yeah, I kind of like this angle, even though it hurts my neck and makes me... Because I've got like a hunchback, and it actually straightens me up. Plus, it hides my tits and it hides my double chin, so winner, winner, chicken dinner. Speaking of chicken dinner, this is a fine example of why I'm a very scummy person, and I'm probably one of the most socially inept and retarded people you will ever potentially have the misfortune of meeting. Because I got a knock at the door about 45 minutes to an hour ago of some, takeaway food. Didn't order takeaway food. Clearly a mistake on the part of the delivery guy. But instead of me doing what any rational human being would do and say, "Oh, sorry mate, I didn't order any food, you must have got the wrong address. What number do you want to find?" I just, with a smile on my face, no surprise at all, masking it brilliantly, take the food off him, say thank you, get into the house. And now, for the past hour, I've been paranoid in case he knocks back. And yeah, how bad does that look? Don't get me wrong, I've inspected what's in there, and it's not fish and chips, unfortunately. It's I don't like it when fish and chippies, venture into different foods and different cuisines. I just don't trust it. If you're doing fish and chips, stick to doing fish and chips, like battered sausages, scampi, curry sauce. Don't go into the whole curry thing, because you're probably going to give a lot of people the shits. And yeah, there's a chicken curry there, there's chips, there's a battered sausage. And yeah, I've not eaten any of it, obviously, because I'm not that bad. But yeah, so I've been waiting in horrific anticipation for this person to come back and say, "Oh, but or whatever," and then he sees that I've clearly opened the bag, and how bad does that look? I could have just completely avoided this situation by acting like a rational human being, but no. So I doubt he's going to knock now, and I don't know. Doesn't really seem anything that I really want to eat right now, especially since I've been making pizza dough because I wanted to do pizzas. It's fucking risen massively. Fantastic stuff. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my hang-ups and food. We're here to talk about some good old-fashioned Polish beer. So discovered that I have a sort of Eastern European supermarket nearby, which when I was back in Regensburg, I was over the moon, because I could get pretty much every Baltica beer, as well as all sorts Lech and all sorts of other beers from, Romania, Poland, Russia, that sort of thing. That's why I'm not a big fan of the whole Eastern European shop name. It just, I don't know, it sounds a bit ignorant. It's oh, an Asian supermarket. Yeah, don't specify it's a Japanese, Korean and Chinese supermarket, not just Asian supermarket. I don't know. I'm not a snowflake or anything like that, and I don't get triggered, but it's always seemed really uneasy to say something like, "Oh, Polish supermarket." But yeah, there was a Polish supermarket when I was back in Germany, a stone's throw away from me. And I was over the moon, because, yeah, cheap, Polish, Russian, you name it, they had it. Enjoyed it, got quite a few reviews out of that, of course. Circumstances changed, and I found myself back in the hometown, aka prison, aka Skelmersdale. And yeah, I discovered that we've also got a sort of corner shop, a stone's throw away from me. So yeah, picked up 3 beers. I think I reviewed one of them and just drank one in my hangout. But £1.29 for 500ml of beer. Not too bad, and it means that I've got access to beers when I can't really afford to buy beer, so happy days. But yeah, we're looking at a can of the... apologies about my pronunciation. I should probably do a little bit of research or do some online classes, so it helps me with these beer reviews. So if any viewers out there who are Polish or know the Polish language, please, please, please accept my most humblest of apologies for butchering the language and mispronunciation. But we've got a can of the Okocim Mocne Dubeltowe. I know that's completely butchered. I do apologise about that. And yeah, so this is an extra strong lager from Browar Okocim, who are part of Carlsberg, I think, Carlsberg, Poland. So yeah, it's a 7% lager, 500ml cans, £1.20. Let's get it opened and see what we get. I've sort of missed these like lagers, and the other two that I had I actually really quite enjoyed. So using the perfect glass for a beer like this. Beer elitists are not welcome on my channel, as you all know. So yeah, beer in a glass then, and that is a lovely sort of sunburst colour, nice and golden as well, crystal clear. It's got like a nice deep amber look to it. You could definitely tell that there's got a bit of a stronger malt build than you would expect for a lager. And the beer poured for about one figure's worth of, maybe a slightly off-white head. It looks, you know, whiter than me on camera because of the lighting and there's man breast. But yeah, looks like I'd expect it to look, to be honest, just a little bit more bolder. So let's give it a sniff. And it's got that big, juicy, sweety, malty character to it. Sort of like butter biscuits. Or like malted milks. Oh, I've not had malted milks for such a long time. I'm going to have to go to Asda and get some malted milks tomorrow. Yeah, malted milk's the cup of tea. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. But yeah, it's got like very subtle, like dried orange peel aroma to it. A little bit of a berry-like sweetness and fruitiness in there. There's that like sort of slight metallic-y yet herbal hop note. Subtle spices, like a little bit of cinnamon, Lebkuchen almost, like German gingerbread. No potency though, at all. I know it's only 7%, but I've had lagers of this strength where it's like you smell the booze on it, but this actually doesn't smell too bad, so let's give it a taste. Cheers. And yeah, it's got that bolder flavour from that ABV. But that being said, it's not boozy, it's not too sharp, it's not offensive. Picks up a little bit on the back end. There's like a slight heat, warming sensation, but nothing too harsh or anything like that. A little bit metallic as well on the back end. It's got a quite nice bold body to it. Surprisingly easy drinking for 7% ABV. With that being said, the more I'm drinking it, the more you get like a slight alcohol flavour. But there's nothing there that gets in the way. This beer is chilled down, and I would not like to drink a beer like this at room temperature because I do not think it'd be a satisfying experience whatsoever. But chilled down, still getting that lovely robust malty flavour. Very biscuity, malted milks again. You're not getting that sweetness that you got on the nose, but you are getting that a bit more of an enhanced spicy tone coming through, almost like ground black pepper. Herbal tones are there as well. Yeah, it's not a bad beer at all, and for £1.29 you get yourself a 4-pack of this. Yeah, that's just over £5. That's like £5.16 or £5.06. You've got your night sorted. You know, you've got your session sorted. You might feel it the next day, but yeah, we're having cold weather, and this is actually warming me up nicely. And it's going to go well with stuff like pizza, terrible takeaway food, fish and chips. Cut through that spiciness as well. Would I go out my way to pick it up again? Don't think so. But if I was offered it, I wouldn't turn it down. But then again, if you turn down beer because of preference, I think you're a bit of a prick. Let's be honest. If you make a fuss about someone offering you beer, you're a bit of a prick. Just putting it out there. But yeah, this is not bad at all. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's just under that threshold of I'd buy it again, which is 7 out of 10 for me, personally. You know, different people have different scales, preferences, that sort of thing, and, you know, school of thought and all that jazz. But yeah, so check out the brewery. Check out my lager playlist down below. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, I've got the phone in at the end of this video, and you will notice that that's the shortest fucking ring ever. You don't know how many phone calls have just not gone through because it lasts for like 20 seconds and then just stops. I think a lot of people would like my beer reviews to be like that, wouldn't they? Just 20 seconds, stop. So you're not sitting through 10 minutes or 11 minutes of this fat, wonky-eyed, blonde-haired gobshite